Hey everybody, it's Eric Holmgren, Ambassador at Large for the Placentia Chamber, and today we are having a conversation with Jennifer Lamb of Jennifer Lamb Insurance. How are you doing today, Jennifer?
Great. How are you doing?
Excellent, excellent. So Jennifer, is this your first business?
It is my first business that I've ever owned and operated.
Okay, cool. But you've been involved in the industry for a while?
I have been involved in the insurance industry for over 20 years.
Okay.
Which nobody thinks that's fun, but it's super fun.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad that because we need insurance. So I'm glad somebody's having fun with it.
How can you not?
Well, I know right now things aren't necessarily fun. We've got COVID and all the challenges that are posed by that. How is that affecting you, and what are some of the challenges that you're facing?
So I mainly insure small businesses. So what we're doing is we're seeing a cut in payroll and a cut in estimated annual sales. So carriers like, say, Hartford are returning premium to the insured, and so I, in turn, am having to pay back unearned commission.
Okay.
So it is affecting not just the small business, it's affecting everybody.
Right, so when the business cuts back, it's nice that they get some of their premium back from the insurance company, but then the downside is all the salespeople, or in this case you as their agent, then have to return some of the commission.
Right, because we are only entitled to earned premium.
Okay.
So any unearned premium is returned back.
Now, is that posing a big problem for you, or did you anticipate or plan for something like this?
I didn't say anticipate or plan on it, but I've always kept a fund for like 6 months of expenses in case anything ever happened. I didn't know what would happen, but if I got hurt or something uncontrolled happened, then I would be able to still maintain the business.
Okay, so you basically have kept yourself a reserve to take care of, obviously, if something happened to you.
Correct.
In this particular case, it's come in really handy because the whole world has had this crazy pandemic going on.
Correct. And I run really lean and mean. I don't have like a brick and mortar, and I don't have employees, so my costs are very minimal.
Okay. But even then, you still have fixed expenses, so the reserve was there, and hopefully it's been able to help you carry on as things have.
It has. I'm very grateful that I had some foresight to go ahead and have a reserve set aside.
Okay. Well, I think that's very important for all businesses to do. Would you say that there's a particular, you said that you do about 6 months worth of
Correct.
stuff?
Yes.
So I know that might be hard for a bigger enterprise that's got lots more employees.
Yes.
Maybe 10%, 20%, or some other type of amount?
Whatever they're comfortable with. It's just that I'm older, so we've lived through some uncertain times, and so we know that there's going to be high highs and low lows, so we just want to be sure that we can keep on going through no matter what.
When you were developing or building up your reserve, I presume you didn't have all the money right up front for the reserve. So how much were you kind of putting away towards the reserve on a regular basis?
So I was putting away 30% of what I was bringing in, just so that if something happened, I have enough. It didn't show up overnight.
Right.
It was over a period of time, and I had planned for quite a bit on how much I thought I would need if there was some type of event that we had a downturn.
Well, and even without that, I'm sure if you're working with a business that goes out of business for whatever reason, COVID or not COVID,
right,
you'd have to return some of your commission because
Correct.
they closed down.
For example, I just had a customer pass away, and now we're waiting to see if there's a business continuation plan in place. Is a spouse going to carry on? If not, are all those employees out of work? Are all of his restaurants having to find other distributors? So it's, we've got to plan for the unknown.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you were very prudent with your reserve, and hopefully everybody else out there will try to do the best they can to at least think about that, whether you can put away for a reserve right now or not. Yeah, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to
It's a
do.
great idea, right?
Yeah, anytime, anytime. Now, you mentioned that you've got a number of clients and you work with small businesses. Any particular types of businesses that you specialize with?
So I work with a lot of manufacturing type businesses. So I have some food processors, I have printers, I still have machine shops from back in the day when I worked for another company who is where I learned machine shops, and I have plastics, and I have some wholesales, and then I have just mom and pop little optical stores. It depends. So anything that's small business, as long as it's not in, say, the hospitality range,
Okay.
then I'm interested in it. I have a couple like restoration companies for old classic cars. So just very one-offs that
Right.
aren't on every corner.
Okay. And with your insurance, it's workers' comp, liability, what are the
Yeah,
range
the
of
general
products?
liability, commercial property, commercial auto, workers' comp. I have employment practice liability, errors and omissions, directors and officers. So I have an array. As long as it's related to the business, then we can go ahead and look for coverage.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Do you have any other words of wisdom you'd like to share?
Jennifer Lamb Insurance Agency, get quality insurance without getting fleeced.
That's still one of my favorite taglines.
It's so cheesy.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jennifer, it was great chatting with you and hearing your story. Until the next time, everybody else, have a great day and be well.